Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are not dead. This is actually the A-01 podcast. We're back. For how long? I don't know. We play this by ear. Anyway, welcome back. It is November. Wow, it hasn't been... Yeah, it's been like 3 months since we've done a podcast.
Pretty much an
like that,
entire
yeah.
season of anime that just went past by. And yeah, like now, last I recall, we were back in summer. Boom, we're in the depth of winter right now. And
Well-
after Thanksgiving, after in Cyber Monday, Black Friday, we're in that holidays when time recording. Like, jeez, we've been away.
You
Yeah,
guys
we-
are in winter. I'm still in summer because Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot has not really happened since we did a show. I mean, we did a couple of big things. I know Matt and Will, you guys checked out Anime New York City, or NYC, as you cool kids call it over there. So we got that to talk about. Of course, we have VTuber news, and we didn't get a chance to talk about the anime season when it started. So we'll be giving you our, I guess, now mid-season thoughts, or maybe twilight of the season, because we only got like 3 weeks left of it. So, you know what? Screw it. We don't have many topics, so let's talk about next season too and what we're looking forward to. So that'd be pretty cool. We'll throw that in there. On the fly booking, just like AEW.
We have 5 hours of great night of wrestling on TBS. Or is it TNC? God, what channel they're on now? I forget.
Whatever channel. And you get to see riveting matches like Action Andretti versus Aaron Solo, because that's going to put asses in the seats, all 2,000 of them. But we're not a wrestling podcast. We used to be.
Yeah, God. We
But-
used to be.
We used to be.
Yeah.
I miss a 450 podcast sometimes, but sometimes I don't. But I got A1 now, and it's anime. And anime is life, and anime is beautiful. You know what's also beautiful? VTuber girls. So let's jump right into VTuber Corner and get our VTuber girl talk on, boys.
All right. So with some VTuber, well, this time boys, the Hollow Stars third generation, what was called third gen, Armus is out. God, we have Chrisman. I'm going to say it in order in the top of my head. We have Chrisman Ruse. We have Gold Bullet. We have Octavia, which I'm butchering. I don't remember the full names of Clover. And we have Texas Crawford. I say Crawford. Essentially, pulling an ass hat. We have Music Boy, Gladiator Boy, Sassy Gun Boy, and a T-Rex bounty hunter, who is a combination of straight up. Have you ever heard this guy, Frost Prime, and a VTuber? This man makes it funny that he actually wants your money, and he makes it very serious. And he's probably my favorite so far. Him and Ruse, but they all had their debuts. They're doing pretty well. God, Rexford was cropped like 20 times because he just keeps going off the handle, which, you know, it's working out for them. Just keep doing it, you know.
Yeah, like it's just kind of like, obviously for those who managed to go and see their debut is great and all, but like granted, I personally, for me, I wasn't as interested, but I know like they were advertising the heck out of them at Anime NYC during like the main stage panels and all that. As Hollow Live and Hollow Stars were just pretty much a big point. Like, yeah, just reminding us, make sure to see the debuts or check the mods.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, it's like, oh great, we have all of our festival things going on, right? We got all that stuff going on, and oh, by the way, we have some new debuts.
It was kind of funny, like, as well, like that weekend of Anime NYC. Yeah, we have Hollow Star debuts. We have Armus. I mean, personally for me, I had a Nintendo Splatfest, which, I just gotta say, like, how is a handshake is the better go-to greeting than a fist bump? But I digress. But that's another topic entirely. But it's just kind of funny how like all these events just kind of line up together on the same weekend. Yeah, that coincidental? I think not.
No, it's definitely a lot. It was cool though. It was like little Anime NYC, like all the VTubers were there, both indie and, you know, I believe Kawaii Entertainment. Yeah, it was Kawaii Entertainment. I think it was there, right? Was it Kawaii? Oh, I think it was Kawaii. Yeah. God, I know Namaste was there. Shin, I think it was Kawaii. I somehow feel bad when I forget like some of the smaller ones, but a lot of people, there was VTubers that were physically there. I think it was.
I know Truck Chan was there. I know that I met Onigiri. Like there are a lot of indie VTubers out there. Like apparently you when we met, you said apparently you met quote unquote crony, quote unquote.
No, let's say that for the let's
okay, we'll say that for the main segment. But in the VTuber side, like in Anime NYC, is just like it was a lot, and the fact that of course, naturally, Hollow Live was pretty much right at the gate, like as like the main booth, and it pretty much crowded every single time when one of their stars were up there. Is just like I get it, you're the main stage, but the fact you had to put in so much traffic in right at the entrance, like
that was such a like. I understand they wanted the more prominent position to be seen, but holy snap, because they hosted their events there. They hosted like their streams there and their events there. There were people just parked to see the boys and girls streaming there, and so you just had people just sitting or like standing that entire area to traffic through. It was like, God dang it, that sucks.
That's convention for you. Like people who have no time in life, like just 1 hour or even 2 hours, just sitting there waiting for that amount of time to see their Oshis right in front of the screen, in front of them. Seeing on
yeah, and the thing is, like, they were there during like waiting in there was like, holy, that's a lot.
Yeah, but going back is just the VTuber presence in MNYC is just by all means definitely always a great highlight. I of course naturally there's also the product placement, but again we'll talk more in the main news section. But like the different VTubers that happen out there, I mean Onigiri by all means. Even though Indie she got sponsored by J Novel, and overall her panel, even though late at night, actually they're pretty decent. So I enjoyed that. And as well, like other VTubers, unfortunately, I didn't meet. I know Truck Chan, Numi was apparently around New York City around the time. Like overall, it was pretty proud. Obviously, it's more or less Hollow Live was the main focus because again, well, should we talk in the main news or should we also include the concerts here now, Matt?
I guess that counts VTuber news. The concerts are that there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously the main one of the main highlights of anime we see VTuber wise is the concerts, and like the reservations it wasn't too bad thankfully, but yeah, like gotta say the concerts, if you ever manage, for our listeners, if you ever do manage to go attend one of the concert, paid or non-paid, it is definitely quite a spectacle to say the least. Like it's pretty much what you expect from like a show. Like when that Q&A with Advent was like you scan a QR code and you answer these Q questions on Google Forms, and they pull up the numbers. It's interactive. It's nice. It's, of course, naturally seeing for Moko is just absolutely adorable as heck. It's by all means, you get a chance to definitely see these shows. By all means, definitely try it out. You may enjoy it.
Yeah, the thing is like how to put like the shows are cool. I end up liking the concert more like the Advent thing. That was about it.
Okay.
And I end up liking a lot more the live show from the main booth more, from the Cali on our karaoke,
okay.
The Crony Talk, or the Hollow Live Indonesia. I think it was Zestia, Ali, and Risu doing the voice actor panel. That was a little more fun compared to that concert. Only because it was more like, oh, here's a Q&A, then chatter, then another Q&A, and that was it. It didn't.
Yeah, like the Q&A stuff is pretty basic, if anything. Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much my only like quote unquote complaint. But everything else is solid. I enjoyed most of the things. I think concert was probably the bigger thing. Only concert I couldn't go to is because I had to come home and watch Full Gear to confirm if Scott Colton was a devil, but he wasn't. So you saw the Susei concert. Yeah, Susei concert. Yeah.
The Susei concert, like thankfully I only paid $30, but I know like the VIPs went up for like $120, which is it worth the $120 if you are a diehard fan? Maybe. But honestly, I'm pretty sure they probably give you like an extra like a CD soundtrack or something of that sort. Maybe that includes that. But yeah, if you manage to go like be up there, just pay for $30, especially if you're medical, by all means, just pay $30 and you'll be fine. But, the Suicide concert, by all means, definitely beautiful. And of course, naturally seeing Callie as well up there on stage virtually is definitely the songs that Suicide did, like I can see why people love her. Like I wasn't a Suicide fan before, but like seeing her concert there and how much it just like really enraptures the crowd is like wow. Okay, I can understand. I can understand. So yeah, Suicide and Mori, just by all means, definitely a
Right,
great
yeah.
concert.
It was like seeing like I knew because I God, I knew Soy was huge, but because I saw her when I was at PAX West to do cosplay her, but it was like she was like unironically she's kind of like deeply in the West, like she's very much more bigger a lot here than I've seen. Like I like how to put this, like if you sell someone at JP Idol and they're good, you got money, and I'm surprised during the concert that we didn't get me comment, we didn't get Miko. You said she wasn't there, so that's kind of a little Indian tears because we could have got me comment the best business partners, and yeah, and I'm surprised Tokina Sora wasn't there. I know Watame could not be there because she's doing her Night Fever at the time in Japan, so that's not happening. But yeah, I hope more of the JP Idol girls come over here because there's a fan base here.
Yeah.
The one people I expected to be there, like the KFP boys, were like they were in full force.
They were in full force. The whole happy geared glow sticks. It's like from like Suicide, Kiara, KFPs is just like wow.
Yeah, but on it, the thing though, I do feel like it was really nice, like seeing like every like Hollow Live fan, regardless of like girl or like guy they like, etc. All stars, like we're all just like, yeah, we generally cheer for the Oshis and thing. That was really nice. That was kind of cool. And it's like a sense of camaraderie, except that we all know who the best girl is, and that's clearly Pecora because she's a war criminal. Oh god, yeah, I saw some Pecora cosplays. They were really good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They were there.
Yeah, but yeah, it was the concert part was really good. I think what we saw, the tracking and things are really nice. We sat close there. The one thing we could probably mention before we talk about the con, it's still VTuber, is like you told me that the night concert, that was not like nothing. It was like whatever, right? They weren't that tight. You got a couple of nice pics for the homies.
Yep.
When I was there with the Indonesia concert, they got full SWAT force. They had a dude on top of the rafters watching for us.
I kid you not. We kid you not, listeners. Like, you thought Nintendo Ninja's lawyers, the cease and desist was bad. I mean, not probably as bad, but yeah, Hololive. Like, even yes, Yagi was also there at MIOIC, but I didn't meet him. But yeah, the security team, they will protect their Oshis, even though virtually speaking, they will protect their dang Oshis. They will protect their talent at all costs, literally.
Like they had like security up and down walking. We were just like picking like Jesus. And I told like I was tapping Will like look to the top left. There's a guy with legit binoculars looking down and seeing what had cameras. Like holy.
Yeah, like and I'm pretty sure there's also some staff as well because like I noticed like some of the talents posted on Twitter the photos of that stage and like in the back in the rafters. So apparently like some staff like they were giving these pictures like pretend like oh we were there quote unquote there or just like saying they noticed that we were there at the concert. But yeah, like security wise, like holy moly, like.
It was night and day. It was like, holy, who are these people?
Like the fact that I was able to take some snots at the night concert at a Suicide concert, like maybe because it was indeed night, it wasn't as bad. So maybe that was the leeway. Maybe like the security, the main Javits staff, like the main Javits staff was probably like, oh, they're gone. It's just minor, just basically a decent skeleton crew. But in the day, holy moly, no, forget about it. They were on your ass.
Yeah, like oh, like please get down, cover it out. No, but dude, just snap a pic. No pics, man. You no. Yeah,
it's just kind of funny as well. I guess like I'll talk about it now alongside when at the news section. But like Anime OIC, like the fact. Like in New York Comic Con, I was able to take shots of like David Tennant, Chris Evans, take videos of it, no problem. And like even though we are press members, yeah, we could still able to take some decent shots, videos here and there, no problem at New York Comic Con. But here in Anime NYC, like, okay, I know it even announced it on their socials that don't strictly no photographs or videos whatsoever. Obviously, okay, I get it. The whole video recording thing, I can understand. Like, you don't want like bootleg copies to be sold around the internet and
Oh, the
get protected.
content, right? As well as heaven forbid, I don't think this ever happens. Is that somebody realized that a lot of these content they make for the conventions are like pre-taped, or like so even be like really crappy because you promise a live event you paid for, but it's really pre-taped.
Right,
That would
right,
not be
right.
good. I don't think
Yeah,
that would happen. Of course, I'm a firm believer that it does not happen. But rule out all possibilities if you can.
yeah. But I might see, like, do you? Okay, maybe I'll give props. Like, probably if Yagu himself says, like, no, please, including press people. Like, we are members of the press. It's our job to take photographs, and you say we cannot take anything, the shots, unless we like it's from your first party staff, security, photograph team, PR team, whatsoever. Like,
Like at
come
that point,
on.
at that point, I'm also just pay you. Like, here's the money. All right, here's $30. I need 10 photos of Risu. Let's go. All right, here at that point, it's just
And the
I'm
fact we
paying
can't even
merchandise.
take, like, we're taking photos of a screen. Like, we're not even taking pictures of real people. The irony of it all. It's
Yeah,
just like,
it's a lot. So that was wild. That was a wild thing. But in other, like I would say, in other VTuber news, I believe I forgot his name. Not like it's to be fair though. This is me like not this is me like because I don't watch Niji. Okay, so I'm just gonna be
mm,
super fair about it. So I believe it's called Wilson, like something Wilson Brooks. Anyway, basically, long story short, he got his mascot. All good stuff, right? We all love mascots. Here's the issue. His mascot was inspired by a design someone else made, submitted as a fan result. So he used a fan's idea as a mascot to, put in his merch. So he admit the truth. He was inspired by the mascot. Now he's going through legal to make sure either redesign or confiscate the fan person who made the mascot. It's a lot of legalese, but this is probably the best Niji drama that ever happened recently because most Niji drama ends with. I'm going to be frank here. My one curse word this podcast ends up a what the fuck scenario. This one was a clean legal thing that happened, and they apologized for what happened. And which sucks because Niji is that company.
yeah.
Like they. And I mean this unironically. Like when I look at Niji had a horrible 2023 with Zion Lands on, with all the departure, the entire collapse of Nijisanji Indonesia. That entire thing collapsed. The folding of Nijisanji Korea into Nijisanji proper, Ninja EN with their, I want to say at this point, round the clock monthly drama from saying spicy things on the internet. This company cannot have any bad stuff, but this happened. It turned out perfectly a-okay. So shout out to the one. You keep messing up. You're bound to get one right. So you did the right thing once.
Yeah, like there are definitely better companies out there. Like Niji, you definitely had a bad year, if anything else. But thankfully, you're not like other companies like Wachter.
Wachter, oh god, or Aurora VR. Jeez.
Yeah, like there are other companies that are just absolutely vile black companies, if anything else. Like again, we're not saying Nijisanji is a black company yet.
Yes. Oh god, yeah. Look, I'm waiting for Kuro to just say, "Hey, let me tell my old friend Mista," and just like drop all the dirt, and then it's over.
And yeah, but thankfully, like Niji resolved this thing, and again, we've seen. Again, we have to cover roughly 3 months of news since we couldn't record. It's like, like of course, naturally, if you haven't heard already, Vox Akuma, has a new form. So
it's got a new model. Yep,
big Devil Daddy and all that. But also, just want to like briefly touch upon as well. Because everyone more or less has been I'm not sure if it's catching on in the East in Japan side of things because like everyone and their mothers are playing Lethal Company on Twitch. If you can't tell, if you've seen the streams here and there,
game of the year.
and everybody, including girls at Fee Shoujo, which in case you haven't checked out already, a new member has arrived, which is Matara Khan. Which if you can't tell, Wine Mommy's back. Yes, we're just
a Fox aunt's back. I don't know. She just changed form to a bug. These things happen. It's anime. Don't worry about it.
And also at the time of this recording as well, it is the 6-year anniversary streaming for Zentrea, which also involves her new form. So currently streaming right now at the time of recording. So yeah, and yeah, just briefly touching upon as well that I know they've been doing a lot of collabs aside from the whole Lead the Company thing and all that, like collabs. They've also did a lot of collaborations with like Heights Computer Works, because I know they have mechanical keyboards, like keys on sale as a collaboration, as well as different PC cases. Like they're basically doing a whole lot of collabs, and if you want to like check out like something more hardware for your PC or keyboards, by all means definitely check them out. Not hashtag
Oh,
not sponsored, but I wish they were. But yeah, overall, like V Shoujo, from what we've been seeing so far is like overall, I'm just glad to see that they're driving at the moment right now. It's yeah, I think we just hit it their third year anniversary as a company V Shoujo. I think if I recall correctly, they just recently hit an anniversary. So by all means, congratulations V Shoujo. I'm glad to see you're still thriving after all these years and just being prominent. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'll stop being a fanboy now.
yeah, no, it's fine. It's nice to see like the turnaround happen for V Shoujo. Like it's they went from like semi most hated company in the room to a profitable company that actually knows what they're doing. But I really am happy for them as a company, because they kind of like throughout all the drama stuff. Even though I'm not a fan of V Shoujo, I felt like some of the drama was a bit on the stupid side. Like
Right. Back in the
yes,
first year, yeah.
yeah, that's the first year. Like yeah, that stuff, or the oh god, this Silver Veil Vebe thing. It's like
Separation, yeah, which I like. Again, it's mostly on not on Silverville, if anything else. Baby is
yeah,
just simply money, so it's nothing bro. But aside from that, yeah, aside from the whole drama, and of course the whole Taku thing, well, that thing is in the back burner now. But
yeah, I think
overall,
it's
thankfully they pretty much weathered it pretty nicely. And again, the fact that as well, like I forgot to mention as well, like Iron Mouse is actually voted as the best content creator in the Video Game Awards from Jeff Keighley, apparently.
yeah. Thanks, Jeff. You know what you're doing. I appreciate you more than I should.
And also one quick thing as well for the visual side as well. Like by all means, if you haven't gotten it already, please like either import the game or buy it digitally. Get like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who lost his name, because it features our favorite shoujo Kei-san in this game. It's currently out right now. Support your
Well,
Oshi.
it's not. Well, the thing is, like, it's not on sale yet. But I'm already up to date on my Yakuza games. I'm waiting for it to be on sale. But whatchamacallit? She's also going to be in Like a Dragon 2 or Infinite Wealth. What do we call it?
Infinite Wealth, yeah, like a Dragon, yeah, Yakuza 8, yes, Yakuza
Yeah,
8.
because yeah, she's going to be in that one. So don't worry, she's in 2 games. If you miss one, you get the other. If you don't get either, I will hunt you down. Literally.
But
Like, come on.
but in like a Dragon Gaiden, the fact you can actually meet her in the hostess bar, and yes, they use live action film. They actually do talk to you, like
Yeah, it's a Jade. Yeah, she's a full Jap model now. She's did it. We're all proud.
the fact that even like I think Watame or I think it was in Meek Marines even like played the game. One of the Hollow Girls out there like played the
Yeah.
game, like wow, holy moly, she has big boobs.
Yeah. She look. The thing is, I remember like when K-Song's going through the whole audition thing. I remember like all the girls saying she's fat. I'm like, that's fat. You guys don't know what obese is. You guys are monsters. It's like, oh man, she doesn't act like
K-Son's born in America. Remember that. Reminder, a quick trivia, she was born in America. K-Son.
Yeah. Yep, in Macon, Georgia. Oh God, what's Savannah Macon? I forgot which one, but I know it's one of those. Anyway, the point is, support K-Song. She's great. Okay, let's do it. Waiting for Socho's t-shirts to come out, so I'll buy them soon. What's surprised though? This is still VTuber news is that V Shoujo nor Niji had like no outside of fans selling, but no actual like booth. It was wild. I think we talked about that. It was wild.
It was kind of strange because like I know in prior years, even during I think during after COVID on 2020 last year, like I know Senpai Squad did a collab like a collaboration with V Shoujo to allow Iron Mouse and K-Song to appear via iPad and all that, like the smart device for appearance. Yeah, so it was very strange like how V Shoujo didn't have an appearance. But then again, if you have seen like the talents, the schedules, they is quite busy. I mean, heck, I would love to see like I know they were also appeared like different conventions it's for some, like I know in the California, I think, so, or in Texas. But yeah, like overall, like their schedule is more or less very busy, which I wish they appeared in Anime NYC this year, but who knows? We'll wait until next year, hopefully.
I want The only thing is though that's mostly all the VTuber news. That's not nothing pretty wild or crazy happened. I think it's been a good 3 months. Like we missed out, but that's pretty much it. Everyone is doing okay. Niji is less on fire, but still on fire. Hollow's got a debut. New boys you should check out. Pretty nice if you know male VTubers. You know how it is. Check them out. And yeah, and the only thing I'm surprised is there's not a lot of Christmas merch yet, and we're in November, so I'm hoping some Christmas merch coming out soon for all the people. But that's about it. That's all the VTuber news we got for that. Unless you have anything to add on that, Will.
I mean, not that pops in my mind at the moment right now. I'm just for right now. I'm just waiting for like the Nendoroids from K-Son, from like I know Minako, Nazuna has been more or less down on the hibernation due to her other identity, quote unquote. But yeah, like overall, nothing really much else that pops in my mind. Again, I'm just like I'm just observing the feature at the moment right now. I know Mori has been doing a lot of collaboration songs. I know Korone just recently finished it. Her playthrough of Super Mario RPG, and overall, is absolutely adorable. And of course, Magic Kobo when we had at the concert. Yeah, Kobo, the absolute adorable Kusagaki with Popolora Reine. By all means, Pochi Sensei, if you're watching this or listening to this whatsoever, by all means, you should be very proud because Reine, which actually just killed it at Anime
Yeah.
OC. So by all means, Pochi Sensei, your daughter did good. Your daughter did good.
Yeah, you could be proud of your daughter, unlike Ui Mama, who doesn't talk about Subaru at all. You know, just a constant disappointment of her daughter. Like,
I think as well. We also had like a recent appearance from Corny's artist. Like she was shy as heck, but the fact
oh
Corny
yeah, it was cute. Yeah, Fura-san. Yeah, God, she's an amazing artist. There's so many people she animated over the years, but it's like no one's ever seen her in anything. But yeah, she was yeah.
So yeah, by all means, like all the artists, mommies, and daddies out there, you should be proud. Be proud.
Well, I mean, anyone who listens to this podcast shouldn't be proud because this is the lowest form of entertainment they're just settling for. So,
hey, come on! I mean, granted, the podcast is the lowest form of content out there, but anyone's doing a podcast, so why not? Why not?
I meant us in general.
It's
a joke. It's self-deprecating humor.
Humor, right. As I sit here looking at my worthless anime collection, yeah, this is just a joke. I can't believe I spent $5,000 on a Nejima fucking figurines. I'm a loser. Don't buy Nejima figurines. The FBI will get you.
All right, great tip.
$500 on Nejima figurines. What?
No, I have not. No. I look. There was a time I was a huge fan of Ken's work when I was in high school, but like the moment I hit like 18, 19-ish, I was like, I just stopped caring for his IP as all.
Yeah. I mean, he's a politician now, so yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a politician. Yeah, okay. But yeah, oh god. But yeah, that's everything there. Unless you want to start talking about the Gen Con, I'm just kidding. To go.
On that note, before we actually get raided by the FBI, thanks to Matt's figure obsession, let's talk about something that might also get us maybe by the FBI. I don't know if this would. Anime season. Depends on what you're watching, because there's some shows out there that might actually get you rated by the FBI. Thankfully, I'm not watching any of them this season. But what am I watching? Well, I'm going to gloat about this first one. A little bit of a critique on the side. It's called Bokura no Amairo Protocol, or R Protocol, Rainy Protocol.
Yeah. That one.
There's a couple of different English translations. Something about rain and protocols, which has nothing to do with what the show's about, because there's no rain in it. It's about esports and video games. And yeah, I actually am enjoying this one because it's like they took my AR Dragonfly series and put it into an anime, but I didn't get an anime at all. But it gives me hope because it means that concept sells. Please make my book an anime. Please. Daddy needs money. He needs a new job.
I thought being Tony Khan's alleged baking powder man pays well.
That was baking soda.
Baking soda.
One of the two.
Oh, man.
It's one of the two.
It's one of the two. Wow. What a great guy.
Yeah, but our Rainy Protocol of Rain, what do you want to call it, is pretty cool. I do have a qualm with the game that they're playing, Zaxarian, as they call it. It looks like it belongs on the PlayStation 2. Like, we're in 2023, guys. You can't at least give us Xbox 360 level graphics in your game? Like, what the fuck? It looks so cringe every time I see any type of quote-unquote gameplay footage, and now I kind of wonder if there's an actual game that they're playing and I want to play it, even though it looks outdated as fuck. But yeah, but still, it's a great little slice of life show. Main character Shun, who also goes by his in-game name Shun, really creative there. He's basically like an X game junkie. And you know how people get like really like into like MMOs and online games, becomes obsessive. He was that type until an accident happened and his father died and his sister can't walk anymore. And he swore he would never go back to gaming, but when he finds out you can win prize money in a tournament to pay for an operation that'll get his sister back up and on her feet, well, guess who has to turn to the dark side once again? So that's kind of like the underlying story of it, but it's mainly just about an esports team trying to come together and go pro, which is also really cool. So if you're into like actual like esports gaming animes with a little bit of slice of life on the side, hey, this one's going to be good for you. Plus, if you're like, hey, maybe I should read the manga first, maybe I should read the light novel first, haha, joke's on you, it's an original work. There is no source material, which pisses me off because I was really hoping to buy the manga and continue after the anime stopped, but there is none. And now my life is an endless gray corridor. And that's why I like Deadmau5 Deathplay as well, because it's an endless gray corridor of otherworldly stuff. But yeah, second season's airing. And of course, if you've seen the first season or if you've read the manga like I have, of course, I'm a huge Ryogo Narita fan with Bakuno and Durarara, and this is another one of his stories. Second season's going on. They're now finally getting to the children of Saburamond. Yeah, I won't spoil anything, but it gets good. They're catching up to the English releases, though, so it's going to be at that point where it's like, do I stop watching the anime and, and keep reading the manga, or do I, keep watching the anime and get spoiled? And yeah, Shy. That's the next one on the list.
So, that one.
This one has like no right in the world to be this cute, but it is. So basically, there's different superheroes throughout the world, and Japan has one. Her name is Shy, and as you can guess, she's, well, shy. Again, keep it simple. But yeah, there is a guy going around basically transforming the negative emotions in people's hearts into, I don't really know if he's transforming into monsters or if he's like monsterifying people. But yeah, he's looking to basically, take a weird route to world peace, which is, I guess, corrupting everyone's hearts and then controlling everyone through their connection to him, and just, it's basically the infinite Tsukiyomi all over again from Naruto, just with a different roadmap to get there. Let's just say that. It's not exactly a real new premise, but the show is cute, the artwork's amazing, and it's actually my second favorite show behind Protocol Rain. So, yeah. The next 4 that I'm watching, well, Soso no Frieren, or Beyond Journey's End.
Yep, everyone and their mother basically recommending. Yep.
Yep. I mean, I'm another person who's going to recommend it. Yes, I'm a manga reader first. I've been reviewing it for Viz Media. But yeah, this one's just so good because every single like fantasy anime out there is like, we have to kill the Demon Lord. We got to stop the Demon Lord. We got to date the Demon Lord. We got to fall in love with the Demon Lord. We have to become the Demon Lord. Well, what happens when the Demon Lord's already defeated? What happens after the journey? And that's kind of what happens here with Frieren, who's this seemingly immortal mage, but she's not immortal. She's just an elf. She lives a very, very, very long time. So like 50 years to her is like a blink of an eye. 50 years of us is the difference between high school and retirement, basically. So, she's traveling the world, getting eaten by mimics, finding different grimoires to learn every spell that she possibly can. And she doesn't care about anything. She doesn't care about the human side of the world because she's an elf. She lives 20,000 years and she's still like 18 years old, It's like one of those things. But when the party of heroes that she's with, over time start dying, she's kind of like, oh, maybe I should have given a shit this entire time. And luckily, the mentor who trained her, Flam, she's like, well, if you go back to the Northern Lands where you defeated the Demon King, you could actually find a spot where you can talk to the spirits of the dead and you can converse with them and tell them how you really feel. So this is her journey on the way to that place, to talk to the heroes that she fought alongside and let them know how she truly felt. But of course, she has to get there, and of course, it's a 10-year journey. So what better way to do that than to go on an adventure with new party members, and you get to see how they bond together. And there's a little bit of action along the way, but if you're in this for, killing dragons and magic slinging and all that stuff, you get a little bit of it, but it's not the whole point of the series. It's pretty chill, pretty relaxed. until the upcoming tournament arc. Sorry, spoilers.
Yeah, like it's as I said, like this show, I've been hearing the recommendations, and it pretty much is stated like the pacing is, yes, it is a very slow paced show, but the fact, like, yeah, just get yourself immersed in. And of course, naturally, the OP sung by Yasobi is just definitely a banger hit. But yeah, just the feeling of the show, just like taking it on, like as like Geek said, like what it maybe 5 seconds in that show is already 5 years, like in that world, and like it just basically cuts in like, oh, this one episode that it already took 6 months already. Like, wow. And then boom, 10 years, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. It that big boom, 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 just jumps out everywhere. But like in a sense, you can in that like pacing, that slow pace, you get absorbed. Like, oh, yeah, that's probably how time Fearon like sees time. Is so like she lived for over 10,000 years, like, and just all the lessons that she learned. Like, she's so emotionless, but at the same time, you're like you notice like the subtle changes in her character from this journey. But so yeah, by all means, if you haven't got a chance already, by all means, check out Fear, and it is definitely the highlight of this season.
They were advertising like that was advertising like crazy at Anime NYC. I've seen images of it, but I guess I'll probably give it a check out since I used to read a manga called Mushishi that's no longer in print, so I guess I'll give this a try. I'm old, so
but yeah, I remember that Mushishi.
Yeah.
We're all old. We're dying. Freeman's gonna outlive us all. God damn it. But speaking of bangers and popular shows and all that good stuff, Spy Family's back. Yeah,
I need to watch it. I know they're in the boat scene, and of course, with all the convention seasons, like I need to catch up on Spy Family. Again, if you haven't checked out Spy Family yet, by all means, if you're having a bad day, a depressing day, or whatever that happened, by all means, check out this show because it is a dopamine shot, and you may be cheered up, hopefully.
Yep, and I admit I'm quote unquote collecting the episodes because it's like I read the manga, I'm already beyond this arc. I already know what happens after the boat arc, but yeah, I will say that Anya steals the show. I don't know if they've gotten to it. I'll have to just, take a look at the latest episode to see if they've gotten to that moment where Yor's in the end fight and, Anya goes all waku waku and helps her out and stuff. But it was cute.
They're getting to that point. I think they're getting to that point, yeah.
All right, sorry, spoilers. I'm not sorry. But anyway, Rising of the Shield Hero, season 3. All right, I got to say, so far, it's better than season 2.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah, I did not care for the Tortoise arc, but apparently we're going to go down the road of the Phoenix arc next. But yeah, Bitch is back, and she's in Ren's ear, and yeah, the Sword Hero is kind of going apeshit and mental. And of course, we got the Spear Hero, Wotayatsu, who's still chasing after Philo, want to get his dick wet. That's an 8-year-old girl.
Okay, that's a different realm of Masamusume levels, and that, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I'm disturbed by Wotayatsu's infatuation with Philo too, but it's still there. It hasn't gone away, but yeah, at least it's a little bit better. It started off pretty hot with a bit of the tournament arc, and then the tournament arc ended after like an episode and a half, and I'm like, oh, where'd the tournament arc go? Oh, we're back to just regular storytelling.
Season, thank God.
Yeah, but we did get a new character out of it. I actually forgot her name, but she talks in a crackled robot voice, but she's a puppeteer. I forgot what her name was, but seems to be a new party member. Okay, I'm digging that a little bit, but yeah, it's so far it's better than season 2. But then again, anything could be better than season 2. But the season 2, or actually it's a season 3. I don't know. I don't understand how they keep track of their seasons, because this is actually the 3rd season of Tokyo Revengers, but they're calling it season 2. Maybe the first season was 2 different parts, but it's not labeled as season 3. It's just called Tenjiku Hen, which is the Tenjiku arc. But anyway, it's still god tier. It's still goated. It's my favorite show that's not a new series this season because it's Tokyo Revengers. I absolutely love this show, and now the stakes are pretty much high for Hanagaki because kind of died in the current timeline and can't go back now. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I think you're post Christmas. Yeah, I've been reading the manga of it. We went to Yokohama War arc here, so yeah.
Yeah, and I actually just got the Omnibus volumes 15, 16, and
same here.
I just popped it open. I'm like, are they beyond the anime yet? Nope. All right, no point in reading it. I've already seen it.
Since I barely watch anime, I'm keeping up with the books. I'm the worst. It's like I should watch more anime, but here I am editing videos for YouTube.
Well, with me, it's weird because I quote unquote collect the episodes of the anime that I've read the manga for because I already know what's going to happen. And then there's the ones where I collect the volumes of the manga for the anime that I'm watching because I already don't I want to read it again because I already know what's going to happen thanks to the anime. And I'm like, well, yes, because anime sometimes doesn't adapt everything perfectly. You should read it anyway in case you miss something. Whatever, I still get the gist of it. All right, it works as long as they're following the manga. I'm happy. So, and that's kind of the thing. It's like with Spy Family, I'm reading the manga, so I don't really feel compelled to watch the anime. But with Tokyo Revengers, I'm watching the anime, so I don't really feel compelled to reading the manga. I just like new stuff. Okay, that's what it boils down to. I hate feeling like I'm repeating something unless I really, 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 really love it. Then I'll go back and rewatch it or reread it, like I did with Your Name 50 million times. Oh my god, I had an obsession with that fucking movie. Yeah. Your Name. That was a wild 2016 for me. Still not as good as Silent Voice, though. That was the best movie of 2016. Come at me.
True.
But
Oh man.
yeah, those are my thoughts on the anime season, at least midway or 3/4 of the way through. What about you guys? What do you like so far about this season?
Well, surprisingly, I've been getting a lot of interesting shows to help me through my work week. I mean, personally, one that also was also a great highlight in NYC was Undead Unluck. And like even the creator and one of the voice actress who did the main female lead was there at MMC. And yeah, Undead Unluck, it is just absolutely bonkers crazy, and yet I can't help but enjoy it. I know the manga is currently like 100+ chapters at the moment right now, last I recall. But yeah, Undead Unluck is just a very crazy, bonkers, yet I cannot look away kind of fun. So yeah, I know I need to probably read the manga to see what's going on afterwards. But yeah, Undead Unluck, by all means, it's just absolute crazy fun. It's absolute crazy fun. And of course, naturally, there is the pretty much the pinnacle of harem, which is me, Ryotaro, and my 100 girlfriends, which is
I dropped that show.
That show does not take itself seriously, and I love it. It's like, okay, we're just gonna focus on 5 girls this season. Like, okay, fine. Then what about the next 95 girls? Like, are we gonna reach that 100 point? And yeah, they know it. It's crazy. They pay references like, oh, are you a Tokyo Ghoul? Like, they do not take itself seriously. They know it's like, oh, you gotta get another girlfriend. Good, fine. Like, you got another girlfriend. Ah, screw it. But they just have absolutely fun with it. If you love your like, by all means, bonkers, edgy, literal harem comedy. But by all means, I think this may be something you can basically turn your brain off and just like enjoy the bonkersness. And of course, other shows that caught my eye on was like like we're going to I'll just read the title. Kekenzumi na Kimito, like my first girlfriend, like my first basically the guy who has no girlfriend and actually managed to snag a girl who has been in plenty of relationships. Akimito, that's the best way I remember that's a short title, but that was a very nice romance show that I've been checking out. Like, it's just very, very cool. And of course, there's also you gotta get your reincarnation fix in it. And yes, I also been checking out the one of a I ate a bad pig liver and I got reincarnated as a pig in another world. Yes, that one is just it should not work, but I've checked it out and yeah, being reincarnated as a pig. I mean, sure, we're just going down the list of ideas of being reincarnated as X, but surprisingly enough, it's actually a pretty decent show with the world is just. It is dark. It can be so dark regarding to the plot. So yeah, if you get check reincarnate as a pig, because surprisingly it definitely has some depth to it. It definitely has some depth. Of course, naturally, we're checking out season 2 of Eminence in Shadow, and they just recently wrapped up on like one of the major arcs. And yeah, Eminence in Shadow, by all means, I love you, Sid. Just that I am atomic. Just never change, never change, never change. Other shows, I mean, there was plenty of shows. Of course, naturally, we have the second core of Rurouni Kenshin. We're heading into the Rurouni's past, but so far it's definitely a good retelling of the show, of like what the major plot beats and all that. We are approaching the Shishio arc. as we go along. So yeah, Rurouni Kenshin, not bad, not bad. Good retelling, good retelling. And of course, naturally, I think the most important thing, which a lot of people are finally get closure of, is like the one single final episode of Attack on Titan, which finally is over. And yeah, the way I just like when I saw the episode like a couple weeks back is like, yeah, like you just simply had to be there, like to finally like literally a decade. I mean, sure, it's not like Evangelion style kind of deal, but like the fact that this show has been more or less been going on for a decade and now it's finally over. Like, yeah, like I still remember like many of us can remember like the peak of like the peak popularity of when Attack on Titan first came out, and now to see it end with extra scenes from author Isayama's additional context, as well as like the epilogue of what happens after, is like, okay. I mean, it may not be perfect, but it is something, and it gives closure to the series. So like, yeah, the final episode of Attack on Titan, the series finale, it's good. I mean, sure, I'm gonna miss it, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, bon voyage. So yeah, and other shows include like a Goblin Slayer 2, a Gluttony, a Berserk of Gluttony, and like, they're pretty fine, if anything else. So overall, I had a pretty decent amount of shows, including like a couple of all-star shows that I think it was like the one my daughter. I raised my daughter as a witch. Like it's definitely, there's plenty of other all-star shows out there, including I want to teach the princess to be not naughty things, which don't worry, it's not as naughty as you think. It's actually pretty darn wholesome.
If you
So
say so, Will, we know you.
You say so, yeah.
and of course, naturally, there's also the Hikikomori vampire, which it's also like a
I'm aware of
fun
that one. Yeah, yeah.
Hikikomori vampire, which well, it's also fun stuff to say these. And like again, I'll stop right there because I know there's plenty of other shows that deserve recommendation, like Apothecary Diaries. I know the dub's actually pretty good, if anything else, but I'll stop there before I ramble on. But overall, this season has been quite a lot, in my opinion. So it definitely keeps my work week fast going. So, but yeah, overall, good season so far.
Yeah, what about you, Matt? What are you checking out this season?
Absolutely jackbooty.
Awesome.
Which yeah, exactly. I have been like, one of the reasons why the podcast has been on is because I've recently had to move to a new place. My landlord has decided to. My former landlord was like, "Oh, I heard you like paying rent. We should look at pay that like double." Like, oh, that's pretty crazy. I guess I can't pay that. So I had to find a place in like 2 weeks, get everything set up, and blah blah blah. So yeah.
Yeah, by all means, you landlords out there, you suck.
Unironically, yeah. I mean, spike the rent by 500 for 500 plus only just because. Like, what do you mean just because? And I moved in during the pandemic era, the rent was low. It's like, oh, let me spike it back. Like, no one's gonna pay. I'm gonna be honest. No one's gonna pay 2.3K for a flat with barely a kitchen and a bedroom. Okay, you have to be out of your mind. But luckily, I moved out to a better place, with this new place I'm at, which has a studio, which has like 3 bedrooms and a studio. Blah blah. It's great. So yeah, the only bad part is I'm on the opposite side of town where Will is, so Will can't get to me. At least I'm safe.
You're pretty much like right in the area of my go-to sushi place, like in the
I know.
area.
I'm there. Yeah, exactly. But I'm away enough where I can be protected. My life will be safe.
That's what you think, but Will's going to go get sushi one day, and you're going to look out the window, and you're going to see him down the street, and he's going to turn his head and just stare a hole right through you.
Oh my god!
Oh, better yet, I just just leave a sushi plate somewhere out there. Says like, oh, a special delivery for free sushi for you.
Oh jeez, yeah, like god, yeah.
So if that's going to take care of this season, then let's look forward to next season, because winter's basically like 3-4 weeks away, and this season's pretty much done. So time to look forward to what's coming up. And I've got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 shows. Yeah, actually, winter's kind of thin for me, but there is a lot of sequels, as there is any season. And the funny thing is a lot of these I've actually read the manga for. Well, actually, I shouldn't say I've read the manga for. I was given the first volume of the manga by One Piece Books. And honestly, one of these is a villainous story. Yes, I am watching a villainous show, even though I shit on villainous shows all the time because it's so overblown. But the reason why I'm picking this one out, which is, oh god, it's a super long title. It's Villainous at level 99, if you actually know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
But the reason why I'm giving this one a shot is because when I read the manga, or at least the first volume of it, it doesn't actually read like an otome game. It actually reads like an actual RPG that's rooted in fantasy. And I'm like, oh, so we have a villainous story that's actually in my favorite fantasy genre. Interesting. So I'm definitely going to check this one out. And I don't think I'm going to read more of the manga because I don't want to get spoiled ahead of time. I actually want to enjoy an anime for once. So I'll be checking that one out. Of course, I love the hell out of the first season, but The Dangers in My Heart second season is coming in October. I cannot wait. Actually, January. I'm sorry, January. Why did I think October was the winter season? No, October's the fall season. We're in the fall season. This is what happens when you don't do a podcast for 3 months. You forget things. You forget how anime works. But yeah, January, Dangers in My Heart, or the Japanese title Boku no Kokoro no Yabayatsu, second season is coming. I cannot wait, and they better give me closure this time because I hate romance anime that don't end with confirmation. Another one I've read the first volume of from One Piece books, The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. And it was interesting. I did enjoy the first volume. I didn't really pick it up beyond then, mainly because, I usually get a PDF to review the first volume, and then they kind of like One Piece out until the next first volume comes out, and they're like, hey, would you like to review this? So I kind of forget to buy them. But yeah, in any event, I did enjoy this a little bit, so I am going to be checking it out and see what this is like as an anime. But yeah, Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic is self-explanatory. And of course, the big one that everybody's been waiting for, Solo Leveling.
Yep.
And this is one I'm definitely reading the comic for. Like 6 or 7 volumes, whatever Yen Press has put out so far. I'm pretty deep into this one.
Easy Press. That's this is their other god.
Eyes Press, yeah.
Eyes Press, Eyes Press, yeah.
Yeah, Eyes Press, but
convention.
Yeah, I don't think this one is under Eyes Press, so I think this is straight up Yen Press, because I think Eyes Press was established after they licensed Solo Leveling.
Yeah, I think it was it.
Yeah, because the one I just reviewed today, The Beginning After the End, is also through Yen Press, but The World After the Fall, which came out after Eyes Press was established, that's under their brand.
Yeah. That I recall. Yeah.
So it's like they started picking up these Korean manhwa, and they're like, maybe we should make a label for all these books we're doing. And then they didn't grandfather the ones they've licensed because they're like, well, it already says Yen Press on the cover. Why reprint the shit? Especially during a paper shortage and a pandemic. So it's kind of, why that is the way it is. But yeah, it should be an Eyes Press label, but it's actually a Yen Press property that did not get grandfathered over to their Eyes Press label. But still, it's amazing. I love it. And I think this is one of those ones where even though you read it and you know what's going to happen, you just got to see it animated. So, yeah, I'll probably be watching this one religiously. So, is that good?
If anything else, is made from A-01 Pictures, and it was also a highlight point in Anime NYC as well. Like, they also announced the dub acting. Of course, if you haven't checked it out, Alex Lee, voice of Luke of Street Fighter 6, is going to be voicing the main character as Sung Wong. And yeah, he was also at MOC, and if you can't, from what I checked, that's for the most part, absolutely just is definitely the show to look forward to, if anything else. So yeah, Solo Leveling, like you read it, it's just it's style. So definitely by always definitely keep a lookout on that one.
Yeah, and one thing I love about this is that a lot of these shows kind of do like that whole isekai thing, and the character's already overpowered. But this one, you're not really isekai'd. You're basically interacting with this thing called the system, and yes, you can go into the systems world, which I guess is kind of being isekai, but you can leave once you complete the tasks. And instead of just being overpowered from the start, you see Jin Woo-sung just become overpowered as he progresses. You see the natural progression, how he gets there. So it's actually more believable that way. And I love that approach to the story rather than just being like, oh, I'm in another world now. I guess I'm level 100. LOL, kill everything in one hit. So yeah, Solo Leveling is definitely going to be the big show next season. It's on my list. The comic is great. The manhwa is great, if you want to call it that. The manga is great, if you want to call it that. I don't know what technical term you want to call it. Call it something. It's amazing. Just go buy it from Yen Press. Not Ice Press.
Yeah.
Yen Press.
The easiest term to say is the graphic novel is great, but if you want to be Actually, it's Waha because it's Korean. Actually, you can say webtoon because I read it on webtoons.
Yeah,
You know what? Yeah,
webtoons. I'm about to say, yeah.
yeah. You want to do that? Then go ahead. I mostly go. You'll read the book. Just read. Go get the book any way you can. Right?
Yeah,
Get it.
go read the colorful, printy pages that were assembled and bound together in book form. There you go. That covers it. Those are my 4 that I'm watching. Could be a nice, quiet season unless I see something that everyone's talking about. I'm like, damn, how did I miss that? But yeah, I'll probably check that out. But what about you guys? What are you looking forward to in the winter season, which, by the way, does not start in October?
If anything else,
Oh
then,
man.
because personally for me, like a lot of things is getting a second season, like the Moonlit Journey second season, which I've been waiting for so long. Yes, but I'm happy for that. Mashley second season is also coming out as well. As well the second season for the I Love the Heroes Party and now Have a Slow Life. That thing is also getting a second season. So a whole lot of second seasons, but the new shows that I'm actually curious about, which actually managed to see the first episode of at Anime WC, is Tales of the Wedding Rings. And from what I've seen so far, it's good. It's looking pretty good. I mean, standard harem fare overall, like definitely an isekai's formula. But for some reason, like if you read the original manga, it's just the artwork from Maybe is absolutely beautiful, and how they really translate it into the show, I feel is actually pretty good. So Tales of the Wedding Rings, yeah, I'm very excited for that one. I know another one, Dungeon Meshi, food dungeon. I've heard probably plenty of good things about it.
That's
So
the How to Cook in a Dangerous Dungeon. That one I'm interested in because I saw a lot of advertising for it. It's like, is this a dark fantasy or is it a cooking series? I don't know. It kind of blends to both because it starts off with like these people who believe like their group believes the world's ending. We need to go somewhere safe, so they decided to camp out in this dungeon and live off it for some reason. At least again, this is from all the advertising I saw at Anime NYC. I was like, oh, this looks kind of interesting. This might be up my alley, but no, knowing myself, I'll probably watch like 2 episodes, forget about it, and then go back to rereading JoJo for the 16th time.
I and of course, like other like interesting shows that may be interesting is I know you got Johnny. Hokkaido girls are cute. I don't know. I've seen that thing like okay, being advertised like fine a gal series. Why not? Why not? And of course, like I also know this one heavily advertised at anime, which is a Metallic Rouge. Like I know, like it's made from Studio Bones, and I know a lot of people, including like the opening song, was demonstrated at MOC as well. That yeah, Metallic Rouge, maybe a lot of people's another show that maybe people are looking forward to. So yeah, and of course, naturally, there's a second season of Urusei Yatsura, which yeah, Urusei Yatsura. What's more to say? But yeah, a lot of second seasons in regards to original films. Maybe I'll check them out once this current season's over. But overall, those are the shows that's currently in my radar at the moment right now.
All right, cool. So I guess that leads us into, well, I don't know if we have anything left to talk about for Anime NYC. You guys have been alluding to it this entire podcast. Is there anything left to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about that.
So
Okay.
you want to start first, or I should go?
Yeah, so I'll start first. Okay, so Anime NYC. Great showing of vendors. You got a diversity of people there. Here's my tip that pissed me off. Okay, where were the manga vendors? There was like
Okay.
2 at best. It was either Viz, Yen slash Ize Press selling their newer books there. Maybe one vendor at the back that sold some whatever out of print and stuff they had. And H Books if you're into that, and Faku, but that was like about it.
I
There was
also
not a lot.
see One Piece Books was there as well. I recall.
One Piece Books was there, Denpa, but they were selling like a lot of the new stuff. I was looking for just manga vendors, man, because I needed so I'm probably gonna mention this in the video I'll be doing soon. So I needed to get some books to refill my my library because some of the books I got back from moving over were at my parents' place, and at my parents' place they didn't take care of my books, so it rained, and a lot of my books got destroyed. The problem is I was very lucky. Only about 9 books out of my large collection got destroyed, which was like My Hero 1, 2, 3, 17, 19, 26, 27. A Blue Exorcist was destroyed. Whatchamacallit, To the Eternity Volume 3 was destroyed. And that was about it. Everything else I had was like perfectly fine. Granted, I need a new volume, Yu Hakusho Volume 13, because that got like it's just beat up because all this survived. So it's like I probably got to find out for that. But it's like I was looking for manga vendors, did not find manga vendors for that. Granted, I found vendors to sell stuff that was coming out, was soon to come out, and blah blah blah. That's great. But I was looking for the manga vendors, but that didn't happen. So Indian tears across the board. Secondly, we had the CIA and FBI right next to the hentai section, straight up degen stuff. 3 people got arrested. You know how it is. I'm not even joking about that.
Yeah, that is definitely the most interesting. Like, okay, yeah, anime was see Peter Tartara. If I'm not sure if it's because they do a sponsor thing or whatever, or fact that even you had to advertise them on your socials, like, yeah, and even silencing comments on shutting off comments in your boxes on socials because of that. Like, what the heck? FBI and the Marines? What the heck, man? Like,
yeah. Like I know that they're trying. Like I know that them and the Marine, like the Army, Marines, whatever, the cops. Yeah, they always trying to find or recruit people to get their jobs. I get it. You need people to go around beat other people up for you. That's a job. I get it. But you think these weebs are gonna get buff enough to punch people for you? No, they're weebs. These people crumble at the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh card got bent. You'd sell them that waifu is garbage, they will just go obliterate themselves. Come on, these are not the people looking for. What you should be looking for is people who are Mortal Kombat fans. Those people need some help. Those are the guys you want to fight wars for you.
I mean, they granted there were like a couple of buff, like really worked out built cosplayers out there. Like I know, like they had on the Marines side they had a pull up challenge, and one pull up cosplayer actually did 10 pull-ups in a row, while another a character from Evangelion actually took a pose with the Marines. Like you see the shit there as using anime as a recruitment tool. If they framed it as such, but like of course that's not necessarily the case. But it's just like wow, like unless they really paid you good sponsor money, like dude, like don't do that unless like you're really open to like having people like absolutely like parody, like yes, join join the army, join the navy, join the FBI, like, and have people like, oh, One Piece from Luffy, like, yeah, look at this, like, who's this lost people, like, yeah, just play, making fun of the Marines, a la One Piece, is like, by all means, like, yeah, really consider the sponsors and who you want to advertise. By all means, don't advertise the Marines or the FBI because we're otakus. You think we care for that shit? No.
Yeah, it was like I was like, this was not a good idea, but they did it anyway. So that was a complaint, like, or at least like even if you have them there, don't put them to the hentai section, please. You have any idea? Like, oh my, like, what is that, sir? Oh no, they open your bag. No, FBI, no, it's a CIA.
It was literally right by the hentai Faku booth right there. It's like, jeez Louise.
They're gonna get me. They're gonna get me. Tell him Operation Burlap Sap is over. Get him, save him.
Yeah. Thank you for actually mentioning Operation Burlap Sack. There were also a couple, aside from the voice actors, there was like the Iris music group who are made from VAs, also slash idols, a hybrid unit in a sense. Yeah, Iris was there. I did attend their concert, and yeah, by all means, like. This group Iris is definitely quite a hot group to say least, and I wish I got the autograph from there, but unfortunately, raffle wise, I did not win. So yes, curse you, RNGesus. And of course, there was also like a couple other stuff for like Zob 100 with the return to that panel, including like music stars like Reine as well as Hiroyuki Sawano. Yes, Sawano was there at Anime NYC, but unfortunately, I wasn't there. Couldn't stay too late. It was way late in the playlist. But I know they did an appearance. But the fact that their raffle, if you did one a Hiroyuki Sawano autograph, you had to also pay an extra $40 just to get the opportunity to actually get an autograph, which is like okay. I mean, yes, it's Sawano. You pay whatever you pay to actually meet one of the Japanese gods of music in anime. But yeah, to pay extra $40 if you won the raffle, like yeah, fine.
Yeah, Sawano is one of the Holy Trinity, along with Yuki Kadra and Yoko Kano. Yeah, Yoko Ono.
Yeah, Yoko Ono. Yoko Ono is in there.
Yeah. So if you by chance to check out here, if you see Sawano, by all means, like definitely invest on that. And yeah, also like quick aside from like the criticism again, like for press people like us press people, please allow us to take some photos. Come on. The fact that New York Comic let us take photos. You at Anime C don't let press members. I even said to the, well, I'm a press member. Like, thankfully, one of the staff members was okay. Like, don't take too many photos. Fine. But like, well, I'm a press member. I can't do my job. What the hell? Come on. Like my criticism is that like put in a section for like either be like the ADA, VIP, or press people, a dedicated section of press people, so you know those are the people that can allow to take photos. But no, you had to go group them with the rest of the general audience, and basically like ostracize them. Like, no photos at all, no more photos at all. I mean, yes, there's also the hindsight. It is Yahoo, Hololive, all stuff like that is within their rights. Sure, fine, I'll give them that much. But come on, we're media people. Allow us to see some photographs. So yeah, that main argument aside, another thing I just want to say as well, we're going to Anime OSC is like, by all means, like, announce your guests a little bit further. I mean, yes, subject to the change and like things can cancel whatsoever. Yes, I get that, but please, by all means, announce your guests a bit more earlier so you don't have to worry about fear of missing out on FOMO. Like the fact that you're basically trying to push tickets on Friday, and basically it's exactly the same amount price, but the fact that the show floor hours is only 6 hours, you open at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're charging $78 to a Saturday's full day of 10 a.m. about $80, like only a $2 difference. What the hell? Come on, man, I say consider your pricing. Yeah, and aside from that, like thankfully, like they addressed this, but this year again, they not utilized the entire Jacob Javits Center, but they promised, and that's what they rescheduled a new time slot now for NYC, which will be heading instead of the winter is going to the summer of August 23 to 25th, and
Oh, go ahead. I was going to say,
yeah, they promised that they have got promised the entire Javits Center. So yes, we're using the Q Hall, you're using the extension, the Empire State. So more guests, more ticket sales, yada yada yada, all those good things and all that.
Like, yeah. It's I hope it works out, because it's like the problem with the last couple of years. It seems like when it comes to the big cons, the West Coast has just been dominant, and we were like always like 3-6 months late. Like San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con news were like almost identical for a while, or at least like barely.
Right. Yeah.
So like lining up with the summer is probably a good idea. I mean, for anime, for comics, it's they have their own issues. Anyway, we're not a comic book podcast, so the thing is that they're lining up with like Anime Expo, Anime X, and all the rest of them, which is a good idea. Which also means it'll be a lot better or competitive for VTubers of all sizes to be at shows or run panels, which is great. I think this year the Javits Center was done well. It wasn't super packed.
Yeah.
I think it was organized but limited. It was well organized, but it was limited in like how much things were there.
Yeah, it was just like we so much unspace. Like again, the main Q hall was again unfortunately cannot be used. So that thing, and of course the E hall, that was the only major panel room. To say this these, you didn't use like the far end like A hall or again the entire center. And like I spoke to one of my Artist Alley friends out there. Like some people feel like you had all these years already, and only now next year you will be able to promise actually more to utilize the entire Jacob Javits Center venue. Is I don't know, feels a little too late to some people. So like, but of course naturally it depends on how they're gonna do it. Like yeah, more people, more guests, more shows. Like it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna be moving the center to the summer now. And just for a quick FYI, if you want to go jumping blind but still want to get tickets, early sale tickets will go on sale on December 5th. So yeah, not a few weeks from now. But they did clarify, like if you don't want to like jump on the bandwagon on suffering from FOMO, the general sales will be taking place in January. So you still got some time if you want to go to MLC or not. So quick FYI.
Yeah, I don't really say too little too late. It's just gonna be a different change of things. I think they're just opening it up because it's like also Otakons of the summer. I just think that they're finally learning to line up to the summer where the money is, as well as no one's gonna use the Javits Center in the summer. This is money right here. I think that's good there. The only thing is I'm expecting a lot more people to be there. So at the same
Yeah.
time, I get to wear all my cool clothing. I get to wear my Corone polo shirts. That'd be great.
Yeah, so
So,
you'll be seeing all the degenerate people, including Faku, like
yeah,
J-List.
exactly.
Oh heck, I'll be wearing my Delaney hentai shirt, and like people were actually wearing the Ahegao jackets and sweaters. They were dressed
Yeah,
like
they
full
were
Ahegao.
just full. Yeah, I was like, Jesus, like you guys need to chill, like your boy, please.
And
But we're
yeah, also you go finish up. Then. Sorry.
I was like, your boy, you need to chill. Y'all just walling. Like it's like okay, you're wearing that a Hegel face mask, okay, but you're wearing the full sweater and jacket all over. Like, please, not like this.
Heck, that's for the anime community out there. But then again, who can say we're going to comic books and all that? But I digress. And yeah, just also a quick briefly as well. At Anime FC, like by all means, you did very good as medical and medical wise 88 people. You actually did pretty decent. And again, shout out to the 88 people, medical staff members supporting us out there. But like yeah, like the booths out there. Just going quickly as well because I have checked out the Nikkei booth. Goddess of Victory, the mobile game. And like, yeah, surprisingly enough as well, Mihoyo, what was Mihoyo there? Or I know they were in New York Comic Con, but was Mihoyo there? I don't think so. But yeah, Goddess of Nikkei was there. And, like, it was great, but of course, naturally, I feel that some of the like other major booths out there should have a bit more ADA friendly access people, like with how Viz and like that one Naruto booth in New York Comic Con had. So by all means, Anime NYC, just pass the memo, have a bit more of the booths be a bit more ADA medical friendly, if anything else, and that's just my only minor.
Well, they're gonna have to be if they're gonna open the whole place. Like I said, it's gonna they're gonna have to, like I said. I expect, and I do mean this on a very, very fair note, I expect the first showing in August to be bumpy. I just hope it doesn't become, and I do mean this, a shit show. I expect it to be bumpy. That much I agree. I'm just because they open the whole thing. But I hope it doesn't become a shit show. And I hope that they don't have any, sniper, like jokingly, sniper freaking dudes there. Guys, get in, get him. Like, oh god, none of those guys. Like it would, like I don't care what anybody says, man. That was a scary experience. It's like I'm watching the con, I'm trying to take some pics with the phone, whatever, and there's a dude with actual binoculars, like looking down on anyone taking photos of the con. Like, yeah, I can't do this. Cover cops are gonna get me, man.
yeah. So here's what, how it's gonna act on the summer. We're just gonna wait and see. Definitely gonna be rough, if anything else. So keep your expectations low. Don't put too much faith in it. But yeah, here's hoping that they've learned a lesson and actually used this opportunity well. Hopefully. So by all means, here's hoping.
Yeah,
Get
more manga vendors. Seriously.
Manga vendors, guest people. Again, yes, I'm sorry for JJ because I know you want to go Wannabe Operation Burlap Sack, but heck, they were freaking built like Fort Knox. Like the fact they had Fort Knox security on virtual members. You think I had any luck with real people? Come on,
bro. Yes. They had the FBI, CIA, and the Marine Corps on us, man. That was not gonna happen.
Do I have to do everything for you guys? It's money, all right? It doesn't matter what uniform they wear. They can be bought, all right? You throw enough money at them, you can smuggle a girl out. That's all I'm saying. They'll look the other way. Because they protect America, and America protects freedom, and freedom is paid for with money, all right? Never forget that.
Protect freedom, freedom is paid for with
Oh, good Lord. All right, before I actually get us arrested by the FBI for real, let's get into recommendations for the month. So, Mendelgen, what have you got for us?
Oh, man. All right, so my recommendation is a book that I picked up recently. Two books I picked up recently. One from the convention and one that came in the mail. Tokyo Revengers, the latest Omnibus 1516. It's a good series. Everyone keeps saying the ending of the series is garbage. I want to see them be proven wrong, so read the whole thing. But it's a good series, and I recommend. It's out now. JoJo Part 6, Volume 1, Stone Ocean. I got it early at the convention. It is fantastic. It makes up for the Part 5 not being good. Like in my JoJo tier list, like the best JoJos, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1 and 5. One is Dio's Bizarre Adventure, okay? That's not like a series. It was all Dio, so that's Dio's Bizarre Adventure. And Part 5 is just not good. So it's Part 6, makes me forget Part 5 ever happened. That's how good it is. It really, it's good. Jolene's a cool character. The mystery she's in trying to get the dungeon is cool. Her abilities is very unique. The prison inmates are crazy. What more can you say? It's a JoJo. Time for a bizarre adventure. I hope they say it too in the manga. This truly was a bizarre adventure. They say it like 5 stars.
All right, Will, what do you got?
Sadly enough, I didn't have any new mangas at the moment right now. They're still currently waiting out. Again, okay, Auto Sensei. Just quickly, we're going to Masamusume. I know you're releasing a new online. I'm not sure if it's another mobile game for Masamusume, but by all means, can you talk to the people at Yen Press and can you get the recent volume of Masamusume, volume 18 here in the stateside? I just checked on Amazon. They also originally supposed to come in December. Now they're moving it to next year again. Come on, Masamusume. Do you want my money or not?
Oh,
Next
so
year,
you're
January?
experiencing what we did with To Your Eternity, Volume 18.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
It was supposed to be out in December of last year. 6 months later, and who knows when the hell 19's coming out.
Yeah. Oh my God. And by the way, this is my opinion. The modern arc should be the end of the series. I don't think there's any more that they can do with Fushi after this.
Future arc.
Future. Oh God.
The
I hope not,
Jetsons
'cause
meet Fushi.
He's literally about to become spoilers. He's about to become God, literally. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna go to the future. But please, I hope not.
Yeah, I'm just checking on Amazon right now. Masamusume Volume 17. It would be quote unquote allegedly being released in July.
July next year. Oh my God. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. It's done.
Rip.
Pack it up.
And the fact that it's still going on in Japan is like, dang it, people. You want my money or not? Apparently not.
Jeez.
Well, it's like A Galaxy Next Door, the 6th and final volume. Why is there an 8-month gap between that and Volume 5 when it's already out and finished in Japan? What the hell? Kodansha, please. The fuck?
Unironically, from what I've heard from manga publishers talking about getting the book's publication, it really sits at the final head of the artist and his team, and they don't like something get to do the whole thing all over again. So that happens. That could be it. A small translation. Anything? Nope. Fix that now. It could be sitting at this desk. He's like, no.
Well, that sucks. As for me, I actually got a couple to recommend. The first one is the Shunji family children. So the Shunji family is essentially like a upper society type of family. 2 brothers and 5 sisters. And the youngest one is having a birthday. She's turning 15. And the father, who apparently was in Africa because, rich people doing rich people stuff, decides to come home from his trip, possibly hunting ivory tusks. Who knows? I mean, what else do rich people do in Africa? I mean, come on. Comes home, has the birthday party, and he's like, oh, by the way, just want to let you guys know, this entire time you're all adopted. Oh, great. So all these kids have been with them since they were toddlers, knew nothing, were under the impression that they were all brother and sister blood related, and then you find out, just out of the blue, that they're all adopted. Let the incel romance begin. Yes, they're taking domestic girlfriend and turning it into a friggin' family harem, and it's awesome. I didn't think I was going to like this, but the first volume was absolutely mint. It was delicious.
So this is the part of the FBI ends the podcast, right? I don't want to get black bagged right now. We just we're a family friendly podcast. Quotation marks. Highlight the quotation marks here.
Well, I mean, they technically skirt around the underage dating thing when all the children are themselves underage. No one's over 18.
Oh my God.
So yeah, there you go. There's only a 3-year age gap. Actually, no. Now that the youngest one is 15, there's only a 1-year age gap. So let's do that. Or maybe is there 2? I don't know. I have to look it up. There's 7 of them. But yeah. At least the boys are not 18. We'll just say that. But yeah, that's one of them. The other one that I want to recommend is actually not a manga. It's actually already been out for about a year now. But it's not here in the States, at least in a home release, but it's still in theaters. And that is Suzume no Tojimari. And of course, I have to recommend it because it's a Makoto Shinkai film. I'm kind of a Makoto Shinkai fan. I mean, you pretty much saw in the Outerhaven that I've reviewed everything he's ever put out, and this is part 12 of my Makoto Shinkai series. So, yeah, do have some issues with the film, though. Some of the plot points were just out of left field. I really want to spoil it, but I really don't. But essentially, it's about a girl named Suzume. She finds a door in the middle of a ruin. She opens it and she can see this thing called the Ever After, which is supposedly like the afterlife or something like that. And there's a giant like worm that's inside that's trying to escape and cause a calamity across the world. So she has to close the door, and she does. But there's many other doors, and she accidentally picks up this stone statue of a cat, which transforms into a real cat. Bad news, that was the keystone that was keeping the worm at bay. So now the cat's leading her across Japan, and the closer that basically she runs into, a boy named Sota, he gets cursed by the cat and turns into a chair. So now she has to carry this talking chair with her everywhere to close all these doors, otherwise calamity will befall Japan. And yes, there's a love aspect to it and all that fun stuff. And of course, it's Makoto Shinkai. He likes to blend romance, slice of life, and sci-fi together, and he does it once again. But yeah, there's just this really weird plot point. You know what? The hell with it. The movie's been out for a year. I'm just going to spoil it because I have to get this off my chest. There's 2 keystones. One of them was the cat that she picked up and turned into a real cat. The second one was said to be in Tokyo. They made that a point. All right, the second keystone is in Tokyo. Without any explanation, without seeing the keystone, the second keystone being touched at all, the aunt that took in Suzume because her mother passed away suddenly sprouts the keystone from her back when she gets over emotional about all the regrets of taking her in. I'm like, what? The keystone's supposed to be in Japan, and as far as I know, it's supposed to be in a stone statue form. How did it materialize out of the aunt just for her raging about taking her fucking niece in? That made no sense whatsoever, and unless I missed it, there was like no explanation whatsoever as to how that even happened. And it's just like, okay, we need the second keystone to wrap this up. How do we do it? Just go to Japan or go to Tokyo and grab it. No, we need something else. We'll have it manifest from the aunt. Brilliant. How does that make sense? I don't care. Do it. That's kind of what happened. So, weird plot point aside from that, the rest of the film was actually pretty good. And for the first time in any of Makoto Shinkai's films, his main characters actually have a level of depth to them. And they're not just there for the sake of being there. There's actually emotions and reasons why they feel those emotions, and there's different personality quirks within them. And it was refreshing. So it's like he's learning, but it feels like he's learning one mistake at a time, and he says, I'll just leave the rest of the mistakes for the next film to fix. That's kind of what it feels like. Because he's always had all these different plot holes in all of his films. And it's like Suzume is like no different. And this time the plot hole is just glaring in your face. It's like, how did that even happen? How did the second keystone just pop out of the fucking aunt? Like, I don't know. There's like no explanation. It's just like really weird. But yeah, despite that, excellent movie. Of course, I'm a Makoto Shinkai mark, so it's going to be my second recommendation. And with that, final thoughts. Let's get out of here, guys. What do you got?
So, just as a quick reminder as well, we're still at the end of November. We're heading to December. By all means, you stay strong, you people. Know that November is still almost done. Just make sure you had just 1 more week left. Yeah, I'm going to that route. Yes, so you still got 1 more week. No bust. No bust.
Yeah, Johnson stock is going to surge come December 1st.
Yeah, I guess I guess we're doing DDD next month, huh? Will?
I mean, as well as the fact that next week is also my birthday, so why not?
Yeah. What a way to go out. Let's see. Final thoughts. Moving sucks. It's a hard work. It sucks. It will actually cause pain in your body, and then you will die.
Yes, landlords, by all means, you suck.
Yeah, that is my final thing. And get JoJo Part 6 Stone Ocean, baby. It's good. Part 5 ever happened. Let's go.
All right. And my final thought is, since I said enough stuff on this podcast already to possibly get us hunted by the FBI, why not just add one more? And possibly the CIA and NSA while we're at it too. My vacation's over as of tonight, which is Sunday when we're recording this podcast. I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. So if anyone out there listening wants to call in a bomb threat to my work so I don't have to go back, please do so. I'll hook you up with the details.
Yeah, I don't want to go back to work. We had 4 days. I don't want to go.
I had 11 days. I was on vacation since Thursday of last week.
Oh my god.
I loved it.
Oh
I
my
don't
god.
ever want to go back, but I got to go back. And I know there's a huge event coming up in December, and I don't want to do any artwork for it. I don't want to go to meetings for it. I just want to stay here and watch anime and play video games and get paid for it.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh
another thing.
god.
Please buy my books. Buy a lot of them so I don't have to go to work anymore. That'd be the dream.
Yeah, we get the drink. Oh god.
And while
Boy.
I sit here and cry to myself because I don't have the ability to live the dream just yet, I shall bid you all adieu. And with that, Godspeed to all you out there in Radio Land. Peace.
Bye,